Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of my lure fishing only account. The goal of this account is to reach 100% in the lure fishing skill and get some trophies on the way. In the last episode we managed to get the 40% lure fishing and caught our first trophies. This episode's goal is to upgrade our gear once again. This is for all my YouTube members. Make sure to join. In today's episode we have two main goals. Get to 45% spin fishing and buy a new rod setup. We want to buy a new setup that would be good enough to catch pike and troll on Cory. So this means we need to grind out some more silver. We need around 1,800 silver in total to buy what we need. And I mean we're not too far away, so it shouldn't take too long, and we can also explore the new Ballaya River. I know it's been out for a few months now, but yeah, this video is a bit late. So the first spot of this episode is at 72.59. We'll use retrieval speed 25 and for the lure spiker 2 0.18. So at the beginning of this episode we will grind out the money that we need to buy the new rod setup, which I will tell you what it is later on, and then we will do some pike fishing and also go and fish on Cory for the first time in this series. But before we do that, I want to catch a few fish on Belaya, and this spot I saw it was actually pretty active and good, and as you can see we have caught our first fish, which is not the best species because perch, they are not worth a lot of money unless there is a cafe order, then it's a decent bit of money. But overall what you want from over here is grayling, brown trout and arctic grayling. And here we go, we have our first fish on. Seems like a pretty decent fish. As you can see from the bottom, the resistance is in the yellow right now, but that's totally fine. I know with this setup if it stays in the yellow area it's still a fairly big fish, and it is a very nice brown trout. I would say it's maybe even around a kilo, almost 900 grams. That is absolutely amazing. And as you can see we are currently at almost 1300 silver, which means we only need about 500 silver more to finish our goal. But this is around 2 or 3 hours on Belaya if we are lucky. And here we go, a nice pike, very unexpected on Belaya, but it gave us some spin fishing percentage, so we are happy with pike. And there is a humpback whitefish. This is something I did not expect to catch in this episode over here on a lure, but hey, we just did, and I am very happy about that. And here is also an arctic grayling. This fish is absolutely gorgeous, but I do like the original, the regular grayling, a bit more. But hey, we got a task done. That's awesome. Looks like we've hooked into a big fish, probably an asp or a taimen, but I guess time will tell. And as you can see I also did move a bit, so I changed my location. We are currently at 65.26. I still use retrieval speed 25 and spiker 2 0.18. And just to comment a bit on the Christmas event tasks, I did not complete any of them on this account. I know I actually should have done some of them because they're very good in regards of rewards, but I just didn't have the time for it, so I will skip them on this account. Come on fishy, just give up. Just get in my net and make me some money. We desperately need to get these 500 silver as soon as possible. I don't want to stay on Belaya for like 4 to 5 hours. I really want to complete it within like 2 or 3 if we are lucky, but there were actually no good cafe orders, so we might be actually very unlucky. Let's see, is this an asp as I predicted? And yes it is. It is an asp, and I mean it's not the tiniest one, so this one will be a good chunk of cash. Oh, you almost forgot, you have to like the video, remember? Here we go, another decent fish, and this is I think a chub. Chub fishing on Belaya is pretty good during the nighttime, so I was expecting to get some chub and some brown trout, and we have got a beautiful chub, almost 2 kilos. That is a great specimen, and this one looks about the same size, 2.1 kilos. Awesome fish. Our first very decent grayling. This has to be over a kilo, and that's around like 20 silver. Yeah, 1.1 kilo grayling. That is so welcome right now. I just had like a very nice arctic grayling going, and it got off literally next to the shore. Hey, perch, and it gave us some spin fishing percentage. Hey, what can you do? No cafe order, but thankfully we are able to go and sell all of our fish at the fish market for 101 silver, which is pretty good, but we are falling behind our schedule. Now this is fairly interesting. I think this is something we have not caught on Belaya yet, or maybe we did in one of the previous episodes. I can't really remember, but I don't think this is a chub or this is an asp, because asp has the zoomies. Chub is fighting kind of in a similar way like this, but I think I saw the fish for like a millisecond and it did not look like an asp. It looked more like an eyed, so this actually could be an eyed, and I'm pretty sure I saw an eyed cafe order being active right now, which means we're gonna make some nice cash. Let's see, is this an eyed? The moment of truth. Yes, it is. Look at this chunky guy. It's so wide compared to the chub. But here we go, almost 2 kilos as well, and we actually have caught it before, I think, because we did not get an achievement progress with this fish. Another decent fish on. Ooh, it's actually fighting a bit. Maybe it's a brown trout or a grayling. I don't want to catch chub and perch and eyed only. I want those prestigious, more expensive fish. But I mean, at this point, everything is welcome. We are desperate for cash. We need to get this setup done as soon as possible. Hey, I mean, it's a chub. Can't really be mad about it. Hey, and spin fishing percentage, this job is awesome. This seems like a fairly decent fish. I mean, it did fight for a bit, but it seems like it gave up quite early. But we will see in a second what kind of a fish. But we will see in a second what kind of a fish it is. I think it could be a chub, maybe like a 2 kilo chub. It was fighting in a way like the 2 kilo chub do. But this one looks slightly bigger actually. I'm not really sure how big it is, but it is slightly bigger, I think. Oh yeah, 3.2 kilos almost. That is huge. That's a big chub. That is so unexpected. Look at this tiny fella. It actually gave me some spin fishing percentage. That's so awesome. And by the looks of it, we have another chub on the hook. And I forgot to mention something earlier. The chub trophy size is exactly 4 kilos. So before we were around 800 grams off the trophy size, but it wasn't actually too far off. So there is a chance that if you fish over here with this Pike 2018 with retrieval speed 25, you actually might catch a trophy chub. Well, I think this is my biggest Arctic grayling so far, and the trophy size for these fish is 2 kilos, so this was nearly at the half mark. Actually, no, it was way off. But here we go, 41%. We only need 4 more percent, and then we're done with one of the goals of this episode. 41.1%, and look at this brown trout. What a beauty. The thing is, I think we will get our money and the rod setups before we get to 45%, so this means we can actually go and explore some Oldberg Lake for pike fishing, and we can also do some fishing on Cory Lake. And look at that, another fish on so quickly. Hopefully this is another brown trout, but let's see what it is. It is another brown trout, and it's a market fish. I absolutely love catching brown trout. And the thing is, I actually did go and fish for brown trout a week ago when the season started, and I did catch 3 very nice brown trout, and I will make a video out of it, so if you want to check it out, then you can go and subscribe to my real life channel. Okay, this is a behemoth. I have absolutely no clue what it is, but this is fighting like, oh, actually I can see what it is. It is a brown trout, and it's not as big as I thought at the beginning, but it's still fighting fairly well. I think this is maybe like 1.5 kilos or so it's a lot of money. And let's see exactly how big it is. Oh yeah, 1.8 actually even. That's a good fish. This is such a fail. This is my biggest ever Arctic grayling, and this fish is worth like 20 plus silver, and my keep net is full, and I cannot release any of the tiny perch in my inventory, so I have to release this fish. But I think this will also give me a Steam achievement, so not everything is lost. But still, so sad. Time to make some money. Let's fill up the perch cafe order for 14 silver and the eyed order for 15 silver. Rest of the keep net is worth 206 silver, so in total we made 235 silver, which is pretty good, I would say. I really like this spot. I've been aiming at east, so you can see the rock on the background, and I keep catching Arctic grayling after Arctic grayling, and these fish are worth so much cash. I'm super happy, and this is just so much fun. They don't fight like crazy, and you just make easy coin. Oh, look at this beauty, 1.5 kilo grayling. That's the second biggest one of this episode. No cafe order once again, but we are still able to sell all of our keep net for 120 silver, which is decent. That's a beast on the hook right now. That's my biggest Arctic grayling, 110% for sure. Yes, it is. Look at this behemoth, 1.1 kilos. That is such a beautiful fish. And here we go, another nice fish, but this time a brown trout. We're getting good fish left and right, so we should be done with our money goal in like an hour. Fun weight, here we go. We like to see that. I love catching fish that have the fun weight. 1. That's so cool. 42.1% with this 2 kilo chub. We only need 2.9% to finish our goal today. Another fun weight. What is going on? 555 grams. Time to make some money again. Let's fill up the chub cafe order for 44 silver and sell the rest of our keep net for 149 silver, which means in total we made a whopping 193 silver, and this means we are done on Belaya for now. First, we will get the heavy S70X H rod, which has a pretty pretty diverse test range and an 11 kilo load capacity. We will pair it with the Sabre 60S, which has a 9.9 kilo capacity, and we will also get a 12.2 kilo braid. Since we are going to use leaders, we can make the leader the weakest link in the whole setup, which means our rod and reel will be safe. We will craft 9.6 kilo test fluorocarbon leaders. The weakest link in the crafting recipe determines the test of your leader. That's just FYI. This kind of sucks. I don't have the money for the lure, and the lure that I want is on Cory Lake, so I need to get some extra coin over here on Ballaya, and then we can go and get our pike fishing lure. This thing was fighting like hell. It did not want to give up at all. Hey, fishing percentage. Yes, another fish off the bucket list. I really want to catch as many fish that you usually don't catch on a lure as possible, and we have finally caught a bleak. I'm super happy about that. Well, this seems to be a very long fight, so I guess I see you in a bit. I'll do some editing magic and you will see what kind of fish is on the hook right now. And it's an asp. Who would have thought? What else is going to spool me on Belaya? No trophy brown trout will do that for sure, right? Because I will never hook them. Well, quick 72 silver, not bad at all. And here we go. We will go and do some pike fishing for the first time on this account, and we have come to Old Burg for that. So the first spot we are going to be fishing at is at 2167. We'll use a retrieval speed 50, and we'll also hold down shift for double the speed. And for the lure, we have the funky minnow S15003. So what we will do over here is we will do some jerking. And the thing is, if you fish for pike, you generally want to have like a very strong leader. And as you saw, mine is only 9.6 kilos. The pike will definitely bite through this. But I just want to test out this whole setup with this leader. And if I lose my lure, it's no problem at all. We will craft a very strong leader. And then I guess we will not lose any of our lures. I just want to test it out how it is to fish with like an optimal setup right now. So the way we will fish is we'll just reel in for like half a second and then let the lure sit for like a second or two, and then hopefully have a fish on like we do have right now. And let's see what kind of a fish it is. And it's a perch. Well, that's a surprise. That is not something I thought I would catch. But hey, another achievement completed as well. Could be our first pike, but a tiny one. And as you can see, they can't do anything to this setup right now, which I'm very happy about. This means we actually have bought a pretty good setup. And would you look at that? That is a special perch, because now we are at level 19. We did not unlock any new maps, because a new map, which is Volkov River, unlocks at level 20. And by the way, Volkov is the best place that you can unlock, because if you go there, then like 99% of the time everything is in stock and you can buy everything that you need from just one store. You don't need to go and hop around on these maps. But I have to say, this funky minnow, it's not working very well, so this means we might have to change our lure soon. But it's also kind of a double-edged sword if we do switch the lure, because there's one lure that works very well right now in Oldberg, and the problem is it's way too light for this rod setup. But on the same time, I think we can still get some nice pike on that lure. We can cast far enough. What is going on? I keep catching perch on this funky minnow. That's so weird. We definitely need to make a change. And we are going to Cory Lake for the first time, because we have to go and buy this lure from Cory. Every other store is out of stock that we have unlocked right now. And the lure that we want to get is this ugly fellow. This green one, yeah. I mean, it's not so ugly at all, and definitely it will catch us some big pike. Here we go. We have caught our first semi-decent pike, 1.8 kilos. It's a market fish, so I can't really complain about it. Another perch. Come on, perch, just leave me alone for now. Let the pike take a lure. But as you can see, I can't cast far enough at all. I'm casting quite short, but what I'm doing right now is I'm reeling in for like a teeny tiny bit of amount, and then I'll let the lure sit for like 2 seconds or a second. Really depends what kind of a rhythm I have in my hand at that point. But yeah, this is what I'm doing right now, and it seems to be working. Hey, another decent pike. Well, I guess 15 silver is better than nothing. It's becoming nighttime, so I cannot do any more lure fishing right now. Come on, pikey, go for my lure, please. You know you want it. Oh yes, it did want it. It's a decent pike, I would say, like 2 kilos or so. Yeah, 2.3 actually even. That's not too bad. If you catch pike over 2 kilos, it's actually worth quite a bit of money. Another decent pike. I think I should add some more drag, because I have mine set to like 15%, but let's see. Can I handle this fish with this rod setup without breaking everything? And by the looks of it, I can pretty easily. And let's see how big of a pike it is. Hopefully it's like 3 or 4 kilos. It did definitely fight a lot more than the previous fish we had, which was like 2.3 kilos, so it has to be way bigger. Okay, fishy, show yourself. I mean, it looks the same size, let's be honest. Yeah, 2.6, so it's pretty much the same size. Oh boy, well, this is a proper fight, and I do believe it's a massive pike, probably like 6, 7, maybe even 8 kilos, but the problem is I think we will most likely be cut off at any point, at some point, because this leader at 9 kilos is not strong enough for these pike. They will cut through it like it's nothing. And that's one of the reasons why I want to go and craft myself some way stronger fluorocarbon leaders at like 30 or 40 kilo test. And if I actually lose this fish, I will go and do it right away. And we also have to go buy ourselves a new lure because, yeah, this one will be given to the water gods. It's still fighting. Okay, yep, it's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. But hey, 58 silver, not too bad. Also, let's go and test out Cory Lake. Let's buy the map and then we can buy a boat ticket and go fish on Cory Lake. Also, let's buy some soda because I'm almost out of tea and I don't really want to go and craft any right now. I will do some crafting later on once I'm done with 1 hour on Cory Lake. So here we go. Let's take the boat on a little ride. The thing is, I only have one good setup, and realistically, if you want to do any trolling on Cory, you need to have at least 2 good rod setups. If you come here with one good setup and one bad one, you will most likely struggle and not make a lot of money. But I'm just gonna test it out just for the fun of it, and let's see, maybe we can actually make some good cash with spinners because I don't have any handcrafted lures which are actually hot on Cory Lake right now. Let's cast boat rods in and start the trolling motor. I have my light setup with the spinner 2018 and the stronger one with the funky minnow because the funky minnow will go a lot deeper on Cory, but I'm not really sure how good of a lure it is right now. Maybe I will get like 1 or 2 fish on it, but by the looks of it, on the weaker setup, I already have a fish on. Let's see, is this anything nice or is this a perch once again? I'm not saying the perch are not nice, but I just want to have something new and unique, and it's definitely not a perch. It is a small lake trout. I guess the weaker setup is carrying the whole trip right now because we have another fish on again on the weak setup, and sorry, not the weak, but on like a medium light setup, and it's probably another lake trout. Yes, it is. It's not big enough to be a market fish for sure, but hey, 700 grams, that's our biggest lake trout so far. Hopefully at the end of this episode we have something way bigger in our keep net. But if we do get like a big lake trout on this medium setup, we will be in big trouble. And it's like I called it. I'm pretty sure this is a lake trout and it is spooling us like there is no tomorrow. So the tactic over here is, if you're getting spooled like this, just remember you're in a boat. You can move with the boat. If the fish is getting too far away and you think you are getting spooled, put your rod down into the holder and drive the boat closer to the fish. Make sure you don't lose too much tension. If you lose some tension, stop the motor, grab the rod and start reeling in, or point the boat towards the fish, keep the trolling motor on and just reel in some line. So this is exactly what I'm going to be doing. I think we're making some progress. I really hope we are, at least, because I've been fighting this fish for quite some time, and you know, the boat ticket is not the cheapest. It's like 5 silver. I need to make my money back, and this is literally what I'm doing. I'm driving the boat for a bit and then reeling in and repeating the same process. We have finally done it, and it's not even a massive lake trout. This is maybe like 3 kilos on a good day. Let's see, let's net this fish. Okay, it's actually 4 kilos and it's definitely a good day. New species, let's go. And it seems like we have caught another one. Look at that grayling, that is not bad at all. The thing is, I decided to remove my medium setup from the boat and I'm fishing with only the heavy setup right now, and I did start using the Spiker 2018 on this rod setup, which is extremely hard to cast out, but you know, I can cast it out, drive the boat for like a few meters and then close the bail arm, which means I have a bit more line out, and it seems to be working right now. Hey, beggars can't be choosers. We have another fish on almost right away, and reeling in all these different fish with this rod setup, it's a piece of cake. And here we go, almost 43%. That grayling is on the heavier side for sure. Yeah, 1.7 kilos. It's been munching on something. It's absolutely massive. I think we have caught a new species. This looks like an Arctic char, and yes it is. It's not the infamous Cory char, which you will meet one day, but this fish also fights very well and it actually pays quite a bit, but this one was not a market fish, so it's worth almost nothing. Let's make some money. So in total we made 56 silver and we caught some new species, which is awesome, but as I said, you need 2 good setups to be able to fish on Cory Lake. I needed to make some more cash, so here is an RD trailing order for 32 silver and 75 silver for the keep net. In total we made a quick 107 silver on Ballaya River, which is extremely nice. And I needed that money to buy some tea and craft some tea because we are almost out. I think I'll buy 50 packets, craft them all, and then we should be good to go for a very long time. So once I'm done with the crafting, I will go and do some more fishing on Belaya to make some money so we can craft our stronger fluorocarbon leaders, and then we will return to Oldberg Lake. I think that's enough tea for quite some time. This Arctic railing is absolutely massive. I think this is my PB. Let's see. Yes, almost 1.5 kilos, and it gave us 0.2% spin fishing. That is unheard of at this point. Well, anyways, 146 silver. Okay, let's craft ourselves the fluorocarbon leaders that we need to do some pike fishing, and we will craft leaders at 34 kilo test. These should be more than enough for now at least. So the new spot I'm fishing at right now on Old Burg is at 26.35. I will use retrieval speed 50 with shift, and for the lure, the ugly fellow again. What I will do is the same as at the previous spot. I will do the stop and go, so I will reel in for a bit, wait and let the lure chill out for like a second or two, and then reel in again. The thing is over here, you must watch out with these reeds in front of this rock because you can get snagged. And I mean, if you get snagged, just relog and walk back over here is very quick, but try to avoid these reeds. Just reel out fast before you hit these reeds. Let's see if we can catch a fish over here now. And by the looks of it, we can, and this is our PB pike for sure. This looks way bigger than the pike we had before. Let's see, how much is this? Yeah, 4.1 kilos. The biggest one we had before was 2.6 kilos, so it is definitely working over here right now. The thing is that pike fishing can be quite fun, but on the same time it can be quite tedious because you have to click and stop all the time. But as you can see, it's kind of worth it. The fight is pretty good, and these pike will give you a lot of money. I will show you at the end how much money we can make over here, but I bet it's going to be a few hundred silver for like 30 minutes. And it has happened. Time to relog. Well, I have to go for the weekend, but here we go. We made 54 silver in 5 minutes. What is this? This has to be a behemoth of a pike. This one is actually spooling me so good, or at least was spooling me good. It has kind of given up now, but it's not a big deal. We'll reel in this fish and let's see how big it is and catch another one. And this time I'll try to do a full 30 minutes over here. So a 5 kilo pike, and we had almost no trouble reeling it in. I think this setup is very good. So we will go and buy another one, the same sort of a setup that we have right now in the next episode, and then we do some trolling on Cory with 2 heavy setups. I guess then we can actually make some good money. 43.8%. We are so close to our goal of this episode. Look at the keep net, by the way. All marker pike. We are doing so good. Well, I guess I really jinxed it, didn't I? Well, this time we made 106 silver, which is not too bad, but I do believe we can do a lot better. We came to a new spot at 39.61, and we have our PB on right now for sure. Look at this behemoth. Yeah, 6 kilos. This is our biggest fish ever. Oh boy, this fish is awesome. Hopefully over here we can get a lot more pike than we did at the other spot, and bigger pike as well, which means we will make more money. But yeah, I'm doing the same thing over here with the same lure, and I'm casting towards southwest kind of, but not fully. As you can see on the map right now, look where my character is aiming at, and aim at the same spot if you want to fish over here. Let's see. Oh yes, I just wanted to say, will I even catch anything in this morning? But hey, there's another one. The bite rate was slowing down for a bit, but I guess you can't catch a pike every cast. Maybe that's a bit too much to be expected, but hey, we did get a fish, which is nice. By the way, if you hear my voice crack or just me sniffling, I'm sick. Again, yeah. Oh, and almost at 44% spin fishing, which is totally awesome. Another big pike. What is going on? This spot is absolutely on fire, at least in the morning hours, but we'll see what's gonna happen during the daytime and also during the evening time. But that's another 4 kilo pike. I think we'll make a lot of money this time. Okay, look at this. You can see this and you can hear this fish. is literally pulling my drag like there's no tomorrow. It has to be another big one, maybe like my second biggest fish, or maybe actually a new PB pike, but we will see in a bit. And as you can see, I have not been bitten off yet so far, which is absolutely amazing because the fluorocarbon that we are using is just so strong. 34 kilos for a pike that's like 5 kilos. Usually they don't bite through it, but I guess there is a chance. There's always a chance with pike, I guess, yeah. But look at this mother load of a fish. 6.06 kilos. That's a behemoth, and also 44% spin fishing. So today was actually pretty good. Yeah, 230 silver. That's not bad at all. Also, if you were wondering why I was switching the pike fishing spots every single hour, is because if you fish at the same pike fishing spot for more than an hour, the spot really slows down. So you want to have at least 1 or 2 active pike fishing spots, and then you can fish those. And during the nighttime, I'm gonna just come to Ballaya and catch some more fish, because on Oldberg you can't catch almost any pike during the nighttime. I just also remembered that we have extra 3 points, so I will actually use these and put these into my skills. I will put some into this wobbler skill. I think I'll put 2 points in here. I guess that's a good idea, and then 1 point into jigging, and then we'll wait until we get another level and another 2 points to use. Absolute behemoth on the hook right now. Okay, I guess I was wrong. It's a Timon and it's not even that big, but it fights good. Let's try a new spot with this Hornet 1006 and see if we can make a bit more money than we did at our old spot. So we're going to be fishing at 73.46 with retrieval speed 25, Hornet 1006 for the lure, and I will be casting towards southeast. I want to come over here and try out this spot because I saw on the VK that it was hot and people were making a lot of money catching trophies, so I don't want to miss out on this spot. And let's see, maybe we are also lucky, maybe we'll get another trophy, and if not, then we will at least get to 45% spin fishing to finish this episode's goal. But by the looks of it, the first fish is already a behemoth of a chub. Okay, maybe not a behemoth, but it gave us some spin fishing percentage, so it's a behemoth. And here we go, another nice fish, a nice brown trout, and we are flying through the spin fishing percentages. These two were pretty much back to back. Okay, this spot is absolutely awesome. We have caught another big brown trout. If this continues, we'll make a lot of money. 0.2%. As I said before, that's kind of unheard of. That is so lucky. 44.7. Hey, 104 silver, but just to let you know, I did not fish only at the new spot, but it's kind of me fishing at 2 spots, so I will try the next hour only at the new spot, and then you'll see how good it actually is. 44.8%. Let's go. We only need 0.2%, so at this time, literally any fish could get us to 45%. Give me spin fishing percentage. Okay, don't do that. Well, yeah, that spot on Belaya was definitely very good, but I wanted to come and try out some fishing on Oldberg in the morning hours again, and by the looks of it, we have hooked into a behemoth of a fish, and this is 110% our new PB if we actually can land this fish. So currently I'm aiming to the right side, so the fish will swim to the left because there is a narrow channel over here and it cannot outspool me. But if it goes into the open water, into the lake, ooh, look at that jump, that was big, then it can spool me, and I don't want that to happen. And then also it takes me longer to reel in the fish, but over here, if I can play it right, we should be pretty safe. Okay, I had to walk the fish a bit just to make sure that it doesn't go too far left, because then we also have a problem of open water. So I wanted to go back and forth in this narrow channel. Okay, fish, show yourself again, please. It looks big. Yeah, I can say that. It looks big. It definitely has to be my new PB, but by how much? That is a good question. It's definitely not a trophy pike, because the trophy pike is 10 kilos. This is smaller because it doesn't look like a trophy pike. If you ever get a trophy pike, you know right away that it is the trophy. Let's see. It's like 8 kilos maybe. Oh wow, it's actually 9.3 kilos. We were so close to the trophy, but I guess we have to leave it to the next episode. Only 0.1% to go. Any fish at any time could finish this episode. And here we go, a nice grayling, and it also gave us the 0.1% we needed to reach our episode's goal of 45%. This also unlocked the 3-way rig, which we will explore in the next episode. This rig is actually pretty good. Eventually want to unlock the drop shotting rig, but this will do for now. You know, I'm gonna sell this fish over here for 136 silver, and you can go and check out my real life fishing video right over here. Take care, bye bye.